I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly, I can fly.
Alright.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Oh yeah, take you like a Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. I wanna know what nobody knows. I wanna go where nobody goes. I lost my way, but I found my fighter's destiny. I don't wanna look back now, 'cause I know that I don't need your love. I won't let you take me down, 'cause lately I've been artificial love, artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up.
Yeah, it was in that's why. By the way, I had to tell you bad news, but support characters have to get attached to something. Found it in the book. It's not in a location where it's supposed to be. Yep. The rulebook. Well, I found it in the app. I'm sure it's in the same spot in the rulebook. Let me. It's in the assemble your army area of the book. It's not under support, not under attachment. It's such a stupid location. Let's see. I got the message from. Muster armies. Fill your army roster. Okay, so let's see. Where's that? So right there, basically, it says each support unit in your roster must be attached to a bodyguard unit. Oh, the hell? What the hell did I click? Yeah, right there. Each support unit in your roster must be attached to a bodyguard unit. For each leader and support unit in your roster, you can attach them to a bodyguard unit that they can join. Following the rules of forming attached unit, each support unit in your roster must be attached. Oh. Did you look in the muster your army? area. Muster your army. Hold on. So I don't know. I don't know if this is something that fill your army roster. So if you look at essentially 25.04, or is it that one? Yeah, and basically, if you go to that one, 25.04, right up there, 25.04 of the army rulebook. Let me see if I have that army rulebook downloaded. I don't know if I do. Download. I do not, but it might be in my Google Docs. Rule book 25.4. So if you, I'm assuming this is the same rule book right here. 25 versus 7. Where's this? 19, almost there. 23, 24. I don't have it in the rulebook for 25. Last I see is 24. Muster your army. Let's see if they have that on the. Different movement, make tactical concepts. Move facing the targets for another clarity and mark to be transport attached units. There's no 20. Yeah, I see that. I'm wondering if it's in the do you have the cards? Because sometimes the rules are in the cards too. Which yeah, I do have the downloaded rule book. I don't have the cards. Didn't have enough money for that. Let me see. 66. Well, the card index cards are also rules. So kind of like command, CP, and all that are not going to be necessarily in the rule book in terms of how much you can or restrictions for that. So the cards are also another rule book type of thing. Tensions. Oh, it's interesting. We don't have 20. That is 24. 19, 22, 21. Missions will instruct players to muster an army from their collection Citadel measure. Missions. Okay. I wonder if that's what it is. So in the Warhammer rule book, page it's right after the context. So the introduction, right after the introduction page, it says missions will instruct players to muster an army from their collection of Citadel miniatures, and will state the total size of that army should be. A simple guide to mustering of an army can be found in the 40k app. Doing so is a rewarding hobby itself, near limitless themes. So I guess mustering an army is not the cards just say support, no elaboration. Yeah, I don't have the cards. I wish I could find it. Armies using models. Shoot. Yeah, so basically, if you look at the core rule book, there is no mustering your army. I think that's dealing in the cards itself, so you have to probably look in the cards for that one. Because in the rule book doesn't, I don't think states how to muster your army. Yeah, it just shows you how to play the game, but not how to form your army. And I think that's what they're trying to do, which is kind of strange. It makes sense, I guess. Where you buy the index cards, it tells you how to play that specific, what is it? Like Pariah Nexus, like Leviathan. All these are different, different. I don't know what to call it. Leviathan and Pariah Nexus are not in the core rulebook. Uh, like the not the individual cards. It's like that little piece of paper that you fold out and it has all the stuff on there. That's what I'm talking about. I wonder if I can pull that up. Kind of wish I bought the cards, but god damn, they're expensive. I don't know how much they are. I don't have. Let me see. What is this edition called? Armageddon? 11th edition. We got that box, but Armageddon cards. You know, so whenever you buy the cards with the missions and stuff, it also has this piece of paper that tells you how the game is played as well. It's like it's folded into like a accordion style. So I think you have to open up. Let me take a look. Um, yeah. First chapter of events. So yeah, because I don't think I can download that. That's the only place I can think of to look for that. Well, outside of the app itself, obviously. Mm, I don't. Well, there's a little booklet, and okay, yeah, I don't know what's in it. I've never seen. I know in Leviathan and stuff they had that, basically telling you how to form your army. I'm also trying to look in the internet to see if it has like an image of it. Huh. What's it 25 at then? I wonder if that's I wonder if that's what you call it. The Dominatus event. Warhammer Dominus event. Muster. Oh, she said. Well, the thing is, though, when you bought the rule book, that's the rules to play the game as in general. But the mission packs is how to play the missions. That's how they get you. You got the full rules on how to play the game in general, but not the missions. That's how they make money. Expansion packs. That's essentially what it is. Expansion packs. Genius in a sense, so where they can make money and not really kind of screw over the people too much. Obviously, they're still trying to make a lot of money off it. Hopefully, I don't know how much it is. Hope it's like $25. Seems reasonable. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say 11th edition's been quite fun, man. Mm, anyways, we get back to painting. I'll say, are you subscribed to the app, the mobile app, or to their service or whatever? They have a really cool model that I don't know if you saw it or not. The new Ultramarine model on top of the other Ultramarine model that's coming out.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
And the cars did have Monster Armor says subscribing the app. Don't need the app too. My boy has all the rules. Really, it's just looking the app. My, I mean, at least the app is free, so you don't have to buy that bullshit. Like, okay, well, you buy the codex. The codex says to look into, or not codex, sorry, the pamphlet, and it tells you to go look somewhere else for the rules for this. You have to go pay for that. I mean, it is kind of like what they're doing with the missions. You can play the game without the missions, But if you want to play the missions, you have to buy the mission packs. It's not about paying for it. Everybody pays for the rules. They're in my book. Oh no. I'm just saying, like, imagine if GW did that, where like you bought the rule book, and then they said, "Hey, if you want to play the missions, you have to buy the mission pack." Then you buy the mission pack, and the mission says, "If you want to know what Mustang Armors is, you have to subscribe to their app." You're like, "Geez, I'm just trying to understand how to play the basic game. I have to pay for all this extra shit." You know, it's like they don't give you the rules right up front. So in this case, they did. The app is free technically, and you know you can learn the basic rules, but not the missions by just buying the rule book. But if you want to play the missions, you have to buy the mission pack, which is extra cost. I'm not saying that you have to pay extra for it. It's just saying that imagine if they did, because like you said, it said mustering armies, says as described in the app. Just imagine if you had to pay for the app just to get that definition. It's like nickel and diming the people to death by trying to get them to look and pay for everything everywhere else. The app isn't free. It costs. Well, I guess you could technically say the app isn't free because you have to have a phone or a tablet for it, huh? So technically speaking, I think that's it. It also, well, it depends. You know, if you buy a phone and put nothing on there, and then just some bullshit account, guess what? Doesn't cost you privacy either. You can disable the location of the phone. That way, they can never follow you. But I think the real cost is the phone or the tablet that you're using, because that's what you technically have to buy. And the data, I suppose. But you can go into those free Wi-Fi's.
Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow.
Does the app even work to disable location? I think so. It has. I don't think it deals with location. Let me double check. Let me. I can actually check to see what the app uses in terms of its permissions. No permissions required. So, if you look at Warhammer 40K notifications blocked, permissions, no permissions required. So it doesn't require any permissions whatsoever. It doesn't need your location. It doesn't need your phone, your app, or your cameras or anything like that. Your sensors or anything like that. Before you download the app, you can look at the requirements that will ask for permissions. Christ, this is extra. You're not wrong. Oh, hold on. Yeah. I guess I could. Oops. God damn it. Hold on. Let me finish this part. You, sir, are correct. And it's diluted too, by the way. Like quite a bit. When they say ultramarines, they mean this color. So yeah. But more probably looks a little better once it's done. So here's a preview of what it looks like when it's done. Jesky? You already see him on the picture up there. Well, let me give him a closer look for you. See if let me grab the. All right, let's try to get a good zoom in on that one. This is matte varnish too, by the way. It's clearly not very matte. Oh, jeez, where's it at? Oh, right there, I guess. It's like the stuff you put on. That's it. Gloss, maybe, for sure. But yeah, the blue is very blue, especially when it's like matte. So this blue and this blue is the exact same blue. Just obviously this has the matte varnish on it, and this one doesn't yet. Somehow makes that kind of that color. Getting back there. There we go. Step down to the 115. So. Okay. Someone I think said about this blue, so it looks like it's a comic book that came to real life. I haven't really seen a lot of McFarlane's figures. I know they go and sell on Best Buy sometimes. And I did want to. No, I do have one of his figures. I do have his Iron Man one, I believe. I don't have it over here though. I haven't opened it from the box. I'm gonna keep it in the box too. I'm a nerd like that. not pointless. If a truck looks like that, I have countless trucks of Batman on the box. R2, I have got 80s SM from my PA. I mean, it's to each their own for sure, but I like to keep them in the box for sure. Some of them I did remove from box just because I'm not going to sell them unless they become like super valuable for some weird reason, and then I will regret that decision. But until then, it is, to each their own for sure. I really like your style. It's just not just a bright. The paint looks really way the way it looks on our farm. Are you saying I'm painting farm vehicles over here? This one's the truck. It just steamrolls everything. I'm sorry, it's a steamroller. Well, it's not necessarily my style per se. It's the paint itself, for sure. And if you use the same paint, it might have the same effect. I'm not sure. It's not a traditional model paint for sure. What do you paint? If you don't mind me asking. Successor for my army. Or what did they call it? all the bolts is technically unforgiven for the some of painless or absolutions. So redemption, consecration. Huh. Do you have enough to run, say, a pure colored army, or you just paint a whole bunch of different models, just different colors, and have an amalgamation essentially? Calgar in here. Get him painted up next. To use up the rest of this last little blue before I have to go.
Sometimes I still hear your voice. It's telling me you'll catch my fall. So how do I feel the ground? I wear my heart, you wear a crown. Wish I wasn't late to know. Stars don't shine when there's only satellites. I feel like hell and you're in paradise. I'm so glad, and yet I'm not. I was too blind to know. I fell harder than I thought when I fell. When I fell for a demon.
Multiple success with 10 models. Just found accessories from 9 different cities. Jesus. I need more models. I need more some of the basic models myself. Trying to find a way to make Anvil Siege work, and I'm coming closer and closer to it, especially with the recent addition. Have you played 10th yet? Or 11th, sorry. Have you played 10th? Have you played 11th yet? If so, how you liking it? Guardians of the Covenant. A 5-man 2-man squad. You bar Angels of Caliban, only difference DA are Black Arms. They have not played since 5th edition. Huh. Seems like we haven't given Ryan basis. You know what should have done it in 8th edition, preferably. It's a learning experience for them for sure. Scoring is much easier in 11th edition, considering that you're not screwing yourself over by, keeping secondary missions. And being able to complete them later on helps, but there is a cap, so there's a catch that you can only score 15 maximum per turn for primary and secondary. Say a lot of powerful things to your banner, clove, or outstretched. Well, the way we fix that is that we use on basis. So if you can't see the circular base, then it doesn't matter what you can see on the model. Just because it's some models are just really out there. And another game which was really cool called Infinity kind of fixed that issue. They have what they call silhouettes. It's a way for them to make extra money, but also makes sense in the game. Because you have models with very, stretched out poses and stuff, which can be very detrimental to your ability to play that model. But, so you see that, you can see that little guy right there. He's an Infinity model. I'll bring him up close pretty soon. I haven't played Infinity in a little bit. The concept of the game is very interesting. and the idea of how to play it is actually very, very cool. They do a D20 system, so your hits is quite varied. I kind of wish GW would do that with their system instead of D6. Maybe go to a D12 or something like that to kind of iron out the shooting and weapon skills of different factions and stuff. Because you're kind of like I was just watching 40K in 40 minutes, and their Kazakhstan squads are shooting as good as Space Marines. It's like a sci-fi heavy Necromunda with reaction system. Yeah, I never played Necromunda, but I believe kind of so. So basically, the number of models you have depends on, will determine how many actions you have. But I think you're capped at like 15. So one model can have 15 actions. It's kind of crazy. And there's a lot of reactions, so that's one thing that's really cool about it. So let's see. So there we go. So this is one of the models. I play 012. Looks like he's wearing a little spandex. Maybe I should have went that all the way to his butt. I don't know if this is unique to that faction. I think it is. But I haven't determined what I want to do with the base. And also you can see the bases here. Is that you can see arrows right there. Front of the model. And then the left side of the model. So basically from where my nail's at on forward, this is front facing. And he faces this way as well. And whatever's behind it, he can't see. So facing matters in this game. Which is really cool. So you can sneak up on people. You can do a lot of things. It's very neat. Let's see. Alright. Earthquake. There we go. So, I'll put the BRBC, I guess. Or that. There you go. You can kind of see them right there. Yeah, it's really cool because the way they kind of, I guess, is the sheer fact that even on not on your turn, you have actions you can do, reactions. Basically, you can move out the way, you can shoot someone. When someone shoots you, you shoot back. So it's not like you're helpless being shot at. You get to shoot back, but obviously because it's not your turn, you don't quite shoot as well or as much. I can't remember what the downside is, but you still have a chance whenever you get shot. And when you get shot at, you can shoot back, you can try to dodge out the way, or you can try to hack them. But by hacking them, you're just sitting there letting your armor take it if they hit you. So it is really cool in a lot of the sense. It's all their models are pewter too, by the way. That's a pewter model. Oh, here, let me grab the biggest model that I have of theirs, and I think it is something specific to the 012. It is these are base coded too, so even though it doesn't look like it is. So put a Space Marine right next to it. So this is one of the bigger models of my faction. He's base coated in silver because I had an idea of thinly painting the armor. That guy was painted in silver as well, and you can see the blue takes on a different kind of different kind of blue. You can see the blue is kind of like a little see-through. It shows a little bit. It's like I guess it looks like what do you call it? A metallic blue. This blue is not metallic, but because it's painted thin with the silver underneath it, it gives it kind of that metallic look. Same thing with the black that I put on there. I tried different kinds of black. Kind of difficult to paint it kind of thin. But yeah. So again, you have the markings of their thing. This being a pewter model, it's very difficult to glue them together, but I've learned a trick back in when I played in 3rd, 4th, or 5th edition 40k, when they have the heavy metal stuff. And the trick to glue pewter on pewter, you can kind of see what I did right there. That's the trick right there, even though it doesn't look like what it is. Anyways, very nice. I think I've seen one case that's painted red on a silver undercoat. Oh, yes. Actually, that's not a bad idea, you know? I have another. I have another model here. I have a few more models that are painted that are kind of decently nice looking. So this guy looks pretty cool. Yeah, you've painted kind of thin, and it'll give it like a metallic type look. Actually, that's actually not a bad idea. If I can fit him on there too. It's getting crowded. That's not a bad idea. I mean, I did it right there for that exact reason. But I never thought about bringing it to 40K. Odd. I don't have a chaos army yet. So I kind of want one of every army. So I have Tau as my alien, my Xenos, Space Marine as my Imperial army. Then I want a Chaos army. I was going to do Word Bearers whenever they release, and keep my Ultramarines and Word Bearers together because I know they get along very, very nicely, lore-wise anyway. I never thought about. It's interesting. I have a so this guy right here. Oops. Let me put that up. So this is a 3D printed model, and I was gonna do 3D printed knights, but there's no buts. That's what I'm gonna do. I was gonna go knights as my chaos faction, but decided against it. Just because I bought models that I could 3D print, so well, I guess knights are not gonna be it, even though it'd be the cheapest way to go, you know, chaos. Alright, anyways, I do have to call it. So I try to stream Monday to Friday, 4 to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I try to stream for at least an hour. Trying to paint up the models that I'm trying to use, which is basically my Lightning Claw Terminators, my Thunderhammer Terminators, my 2 Librarian, and sadly, I won't be playing my Khorne Berserker. I mean my Ultramarine Champion here, my Warhound, that I kind of custom made a little bit. I wish I gave him the cape though instead. Maybe next time. Chaos is fun, but the trim, so many all the spikes. Yeah, what I want to do with my Imperial Knights, or not my Imperial Knights, but Chaos Knights is, as you can, I'm progressively. You can see here that I'm doing a snow on Ultramarines. That's my first time trying basing. My next try is this one with the Tau. What I'm going to do is like farmlands, traditional Asian farmlands. Because I really want to try out water and stuff. And there's my second attempt with just pure water in a sense. So it's looking pretty good. And whenever I get Commander Farsight, he is going to be in the pond. Especially with how his basing looks, it would look great, I think. And then with the Chaos Knights, I want to do swamp, moss, like it's been sitting for 10,000 years, rusting. So that's the kind of idea I want with the Chaos Knights that I have. Anyways, like I said, I gotta call it. I gotta call it because I gotta work. So I try to stream Monday to Friday, starting around 4 to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try to stream for at least an hour. Trying to get my more of my Ultramarines model painted now that I'm actually playing different models now. I used to have my entire 40k armor painted, but now that new models came out, they made them pretty good. Still have to paint them, especially what do you call it, the Victrix Guard, but they're so expensive. I don't think they're worth it. Anyways, hey man, no problem. Thank you for showing up too and for talking. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up the channel below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.